John chapter 5, 1 through 15, Jesus heals the paralytic. You ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Afterward, Jesus returned to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish holy days. Inside the city near the sheep gate was the pool of Bethsaida with 5 colored porches. Crowds of sick people, blind, lame, or paralyzed, lay on the porches. One of the men lying there had been sick for 38 years. When Jesus saw him and knew he had been ill for a long time, he asked him, "Would you like to get well?" "I can't, sir," the sick man said, "for I have no one to put me into the pool when the water bubbles up. Someone always gets there ahead of me." Jesus told him, "Stand up, pick up your mat, and walk." Instantly the man was healed. He rolled up his sleeping mat and began walking. But this miracle happened on the Sabbath, so the Jewish leaders objected. They said to the man who was cured, "You can't work on the Sabbath. The law doesn't allow you to carry a sleeping mat." But he replied, "The man who healed me told me, 'Pick up your mat and walk.'" "Who said such a thing as that?" they demanded. The man didn't know, for Jesus had disappeared into the crowd. But afterward, Jesus found him in the temple and told him, "Now you are well, so stop sinning, or something even worse may happen to you." Then the man went and told the Jewish leaders that it was Jesus who healed him. A little bit of context: at the pool of Bethesda, where all these sick people are, there is this myth that the water would stir up, and the first one to make it into the water, when the water would stir up, because they thought it was by an angel, would be healed. And so this sick man can't make it. He's paralyzed for 38 years. He can never get first into the water because someone always beats him there, so he can't be healed. Now, we don't know if they actually did get healed or if it was just a myth, or even like psychological manipulation, where maybe it's kind of like a placebo effect, like you feel better once you get into the water. We don't know. But anyway, this man cannot seem to find healing, and he's super discouraged. He's laying on a mat 38 years. He can't walk. And so Jesus sees him sick and says, "Do you want to be made well?" I mean, obviously, the answer that's kind of almost seems offensive to ask, but some people, they're so hopeless that they don't even have hope in being made well. They don't even think it's possible to be made well. Some people might not even want to be made well because they're so used to living in their sickness that it's just comfortable for them that they almost don't even want to go back. You see, some people don't want to actually be healed from their sin. Some people don't actually want to be healed from their sickness because it's in their sickness that they're comfortable. And Jesus wants to call us out of our depression, out of our sickness, out of our sin, and into abundant life with him. Jesus wants to heal us from our spiritual sickness of sin more than even our physical sickness. And so Jesus says, "Take up your mat and walk," and he's healed. And Jesus says, "Don't continue to sin so that nothing worse may happen to you." We're going to see in the next video how the Jewish leaders respond to this. They get really mad.